Hi there, Eve here from Vitamin Eve Nutrition Counseling. And today we're going to talk about getting satisfied. Yeah, satisfied with the D and not with the T. What is that? It's basically when you're sad that you're feeling full. But before I go over this topic, I just want to thank you all for all of your comments, for your likes, everything that you're saying. It's such a pleasure to make these videos, especially when I have that feedback. So I just want to thank you for being part of my world. Thank you for subscribing too. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to do so right now so you never miss a video. So let's talk about that feeling of satisfaction. Again, feeling sad that the meal is over. Let me share with you some examples of what this could look like by what happened to me just in this past few weeks. So one time I felt satisfied because I was at a restaurant I've been meaning to try, and the food there was just so good, so garlicky and delicious. And when I felt full and I started to feel satisfied, I actually got sad that the meal was over. Another time this happened when a friend prepared a delicious meal for me, and the beef was all delicious and crispy just the way I love it, and I was getting sad that I was full. This also tends to happen when I eat my favorite vegetables like Brussels sprouts, or when I have things like kettle corn. Oh my goodness, I get sad that I'm getting full. What foods, when do you experience this? When do you experience the sensation of sadness that you're getting satisfied? So let's first talk about, why this could be an issue. This could be an issue because it may have you push past the point of fullness, to avoid that feeling of sadness. I know I've certainly done that. Also, this pattern could be problematic because it can make you feel uncomfortable, bloated, and it may even make you feel afraid to eat some of your favorite foods, or it may feel scary to be in situations where the food just might taste so good that you might have a hard time stopping. So it's really important to learn how to deal with this feeling of being sad or having grief at the end of the meal, so that you could handle these situations with greater peace of mind and to stay comfortable in your body and to honor yourself more fully. So first of all, let's talk about some tips. Now let's talk about some tips on how to address this issue. But before I go there, I just want to congratulate you, because if you have this issue, it's a great sign that you're progressing. Because if you're feeling your fullness, even though you're having a hard time stopping, that's progress. Many people don't know what satisfaction feels like, and in fact, I have videos on how to deal with that if you look in the archives of videos that I have, right? So learning how to feel your fullness is a skill, and now what we're talking about is actually learning how to stop is a completely other skill. I've also created a video on why it could be difficult to stop if you're feeling wasteful and how to handle that, but this is a different conversation. This is the feeling of sadness that can come up that the meal is over. So let's talk about some tips. So tip number 1 is be kind to that part of you that's sad. I know that might sound, obvious, but many of us get irritated at ourselves. We feel like this doesn't make sense. Why am I feeling sad? We may start to judge ourselves, but instead I want you to be kind to that part inside that's feeling sad. Just because it doesn't make sense to you, or just because you don't want to feel sad, doesn't make it go away. So first of all, I want you to turn your kindness inward to that part of you that is being sad, and letting yourself know that it's okay to feel sad. There are probably several reasons that you might be feeling sad, because the deliciousness is over, or because you have to get back to work or get back to doing whatever you're doing. So there are many reasons why we might have this sadness at the end of the meal. So the first thing I want you to do is to give yourself your own compassion. The next thing is to remind yourself what you're working on. And you can even do this at the beginning of the meal, reminding yourself that you want to work with this aspect of your eating. So setting the intention of stopping when you're full, or setting the intention to feel your sadness or to deal with it differently, could be really helpful here. So awareness and intention setting is such a powerful step. The next thing you could do that could really help with this is letting yourself know that you're giving yourself permission to eat again when you get hungry. That's another reason why people may struggle with this, is because they don't let themselves eat. They tell themselves, well, that's it. Once you're done eating, that's it for the rest of the day. Well, then of course there's going to be some sadness that the meal is over. So you want to remind yourself that you're allowed to eat when you first get hungry. Some people may really benefit from knowing exactly what they'll be eating or knowing what the next snack will be so they know what to put their expectations on. So if that's you, I invite you to do that. And another tip that could really help you with this is when the meal is over, is to plan a pleasant activity. Something that you like, something that you find nurturing. In the past, I've worked with people who've done very creative things ranging from giving their partner a hug at the end of the meal, maybe dancing to a song, reading a book, writing in the journal, calling a good friend, watching a show that they like, maybe even playing a game on their phone. I mean, I could go on and on because this is a real thing and there are real strategies to overcome it. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please let me know when in the past week you have experienced the sensation of sad, like tears, satisfaction, or you could share with us what you plan to do. How do you plan to use this information? Or anything else you want to share. Truly, I love connecting with you through the comments. So I want to thank you all for watching, and if you haven't done so, I invite you to subscribe if you don't want to miss a single video. Thank you so much for watching. Happy eating, everybody. Bye.